Hello everyone and welcome to this module on mechanical diesel. In the last session, we learned to remove the alternator, dismantle and clean it, and test for an open circuit in the stator. In continuation, we are going to learn how to test diodes, check the slip rings and fit the alternator to the vehicles. Let us collect the tools, equipment and machinery required to do this. Trainees toolkit 1 number, socket spanner set 1 number, 12 volt lead acid battery 1 number, diesel engine 1 number, multimeter 1 number, kerosene as required, emery paper as required, bunion cloth as required, grease as required, diodes as required, test lamp and cables as required. Testing diodes. Test each diode separately by connecting a 12 volt battery and 12 volt 15 watt bulb in series with the diode. Connect one test lead to the diode connecting pin and the other lead to the heat sink. Check if the lamp glows. Then reverse the test lead connections. The lamp should glow during one direction of the test connection only. Replace the diode if required. Check the slip rings. Check the slip rings for their trueness in a lathe and with a dial test indicator. Check the surface of the slip rings for burn or dirt. Replace the slip rings if required. While assembling, ensure that the scribed reference lines are in alignment. Assemble the rotor assembly with the drive and bearing to the drive end bracket and fix the bearing retainer with screws. Assemble the spacer woodruff key, fan and pulley on the rotor shaft. Place the rectifier assembly on the slip ring end bracket and fix the screws. Place the slip ring end bracket and fix the fixing bolt or stud. Solder the stator winding cable ends to the rectifiers. Assemble the stator assembly to the drive end bracket. Place the brush box on the slip ring end bracket and fix the screws. cover and fix the cover securing studs and washer and tighten the nuts firmly. Testing the alternator. Connect the ammeter in series. Connect the voltmeter parallel to the alternator terminal and earth. Connect a wire across the field output terminal in the alternator. Connect the battery cable and put on the starting switch. Note the ammeter reading. The ammeter reading should be 2 amps approximately in the field current drawn from the battery. The F lead should be disconnected from the regulator and the wire end should be insulated to avoid accidental earthing. The voltmeter reading should be of 14.2 volts approximately. The ammeter reading should also be the maximum. If the voltmeter and ammeter read low, the regulator needs replacement. Refitting the alternator to the vehicle. Place and secure the alternator in its bracket using bolts and nuts. Connect all the wires of the alternator which you disconnected earlier. Connect the battery cables to the circuit. Check if all the ends of the battery cables are clean. Check all the wire connections for loose, dirty or broken connections. Check the fan belt for overstretched or damaged condition. Adjust the fan belt tension. Check the fan belt for proper tension. If the fan belt tension is low or high, adjust by removing the alternator to the appropriate side. General maintenance of the alternator. Clean the alternator periodically. Check the mounting bolts for tightness. Check the fan belt condition and tension for the recommended value. Check the specific gravity of the battery electrolyte. Check the battery terminals for tightness and cleanliness. Check the brush once in a year or every 1000 hours. If necessary, replace it. Check the bearings once in 2 years and renew if worn out. Use fine emery paper to clean the slip rings. In this video, we have discussed how to test diodes, check the slip rings, testing the alternator, and fit the alternator onto the vehicle. These concepts will serve as a foundation for our understanding of advanced topics in the upcoming sessions. Thank you for your patience and participation. Let us meet again in the next session.